Many cultures have said God is love, and Anbe Sivam says Tirumular, and it all sounds very nice. It is very poetic, it is very uplifting. But God is also anger. God is also hate. God is also jealousy. God is health and God is disease. Because, again, I'm using the term God here, I would use divine, universe, nature, intelligence, we could, whatever we want to call it. It is all encompassing. When we say the divine, when we say the universe, it is all encompassing. So how can I decide God will only be good? I think this is where we have created a dichotomy by saying God will be good, God will be light, God will be benevolent, and the non-God will be dark. All cultures have this. When we say God, when we say the universe has the opposites, and having the opposites is what makes it the universe. That the opposites are balanced. So some days you feel God when you are happy, but some other days you may feel God when you are unhappy. Both are an experience. In fact, sometimes I think that we feel closer to God when we are unhappy than when we are happy. I feel that, in fact, in Indian culture, it is said there is a type of yoga called Dvesha yoga. Dvesha means repulsion, hate. And it is through hate you become one with the object of your hate. And in fact, it is said that is more powerful because it is easier to feel oneness with an object or a person by hating them than by loving them. Because if you look at hate, when you love somebody, you think of them 20 times a day maybe. When you hate them, it's 200 times a day. So what is happening is the power of the negative emotion. Now, if I were to channelize that and say God, divine, universe is acceptance, I feel it is easier for me. Because something may seem good, something may not seem good, but by accepting all the experience as being part of the universe, I can connect to all aspects of the spectrum. Everything is a spectrum. Human beings are a spectrum. Nowadays you hear people talk of autism spectrum and schizophrenia spectrum and disease. Human beings are spectrum. We are never, it's never right or wrong. It is never black or white. It is never day or night. There's a lot of spectrum. So my perspective here is when we grow into a state of accepting all experiences as part of the universe, when we start to accept all people as a manifestation of that same divine, we may like them, we may not like them, they may like us, they may not like us, doesn't matter. They are also part of the divine. How can I say that only human beings can have God and chickens cannot? Who am I to decide that? Who am I to say that, a person of this religion can have God and that person cannot? How can I say that only those who practice yoga will know God? No. Somebody who's an atheist can also know God through the atheistic perspective. That is also an experience. But because we have reduced God to a certain box, all cultures have made this mistake. The moment we talk of God, we put God in a box. Anything in a box is dead. Anything in a box is dead. God is unboxed. God is free. God is without limits. And that is why personal, private, limited. Universal is unlimited. Can never be universal, limited. It has to be universal, unlimited. I hope this will make sense to you, because when we start to understand, Swamiji used to say, Om. The Om teaches us that. What is that God? What is that universe? What is that nature? It, he, she, it. It doesn't matter what it is. By what name it is called, by what form it is described. It is omnipresent. Omnipresent means present in everything. Not here. It is in the temple, but not outside the temple. It is in me, but not in you. See, the problem is this. Omnipresent means present every place. Omnipotent means all powerful, which means good, bad, ugly, everything is included. Omniscient knows everything, which means knows the good, knows the bad, knows the known, knows the unknown. See, this expansive perspective of the universe, that is what yoga believes in. That is what yoga teaches. And that is why yoga is not a religion. It has come out of the cultural ethos of India. And definitely Sanatana Dharma, what today is called Hinduism, has played an important role. But yoga is not a religion as we understand religion. Yoga says you don't need a middle person. You can have a direct connection to the universe. And that is where yoga can be a threat to all religions. Because every religion, all of them are man-made. Remember that. All of them are man-made. The divine never made religion. All are man-made, most probably man. I'm using man very clearly here. Not even woman-made. They are all man-made. That's why there's a lot of hierarchy. All of them have limited the divine. If you look at the truth of Sanatana Dharma, Aham Brahmasmi, I am that cosmos. There's no separation. God is not different than me. And again, God is not different than you. In that oneness, Sat Chit Anandam. Thank you for that question. I needed to hear that answer today.